Okay, today we are looking at how to solve literal equations. So you can simplify and solve formulas and other literal equations for a desired variable. What a literal equation is, a literal equation is a equation that only has that you can't actually solve because there are too many variables. So literal equations, examples, area equals 1/2 base times height. So that's the area of a triangle. Y equals mx plus b. This is the slope of a line. Ax plus by equals c. This is standard form for graphing a line. S equals 2 pi r h. I believe that's the surface area of a cone, my guess. I don't know. Might be. Okay, so when we solve for a literal equation for a specific variable, we solve for solving literal equations is exactly the same as solving an equation for a variable. The only difference is we are not going to end up with any sort of answer like negative 5.5. So here they have 6 plus 4y equals negative 16, right? And then you subtract by 6, and then you would divide by 4. So to solve for y, we subtracted by 6, and then divide by 4. We're going to do the exact same thing here. The only difference is instead of 6, it's going to be 6x. So again, I'm going to solve for y. So here's y. I'm going to try and get it all by itself. I'm going to subtract by 6. This goes away. I'm left with 4y equals. Now, here's the difference. I can't actually combine these. So this ends up being negative 6x minus 16. I can't combine them. Now I divide by 4. And I'm left with y equals negative 6x minus 16, all divided by 4. And that's it. That's as far as I can go. This can be simplified. You might see the answer as y equals negative 3 over 2 x. 16 divided by 4 is 4, so minus 4. That's just me reducing the fractions here. 6 over 4 reduces down to 3 over 2. 16 divided by 4, that's just 4. Okay. If you type these both into Desmos, you would see that they're the exact same. So here, solve for y. Well, if this was 2 plus y equals 15, I would subtract by 2, and I'd be left with y equals 13. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to subtract by x. I can't actually take 15 minus x, so it's just negative x plus 15. That's it. Done. There's no other steps for it. Solve for y on this one. Again, if this was 2 minus 3y equals 15, I'd subtract by 2. Negative 3y equals 13. And then I would divide by negative 3. And y equals 13 over negative 3. But instead, I don't have 2. I have 2x. So I'm going to subtract by 2x. Negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 15. Divide by negative 3. And you see how I did it individually this time? I did it individually so I wouldn't have to distribute it later. So this is y equals 2 over 3, because negative over a negative becomes a positive, minus 15 divided by 3, which is 5. Solve for y. I'm going to distribute first. Y minus 3 equals 2x minus 6. And then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Y equals 2x minus 3. Here it says solve for w. So the first thing I'm going to do to get w all by itself, subtract 2l. So p minus 2l equals 2w. Then divide by 2. So 1/2 p minus l. Here to solve for h, just treat 1/3 like dividing by 3. So this whole thing is being divided by 3. The opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. So this is 3v equals pi r squared times h. I'm going to divide by pi r squared. So 3v over pi r squared equals h. Last one, for r, again, I'm going to change it to over 3. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. Pi r squared times h. I'm going to get rid of pi and h this time. And I get 3v over pi h equals r squared. And the opposite of squaring is square rooting. So 3v over the square root, which we're going to talk a lot more about this spring. All right, and that's our notes for solving literal equations.